How did you go in your week 2 activities? Please remember that giving things a go is all learning. So I thank you for giving things a go. And if you had a few difficulties, I'm hoping that this video will help clear things up for you. Remember, you can start and stop at any time. Create a poster to explain one of the digital systems that you found in your house, your classroom, or your community. Label the individual parts of the system, the hardware, the software, and the peripherals where you can. You can hand draw or create it digitally. My example was the example where I used Spotify on my phone and I Bluetoothed it to a speaker. My hardware was my phone, my software was the Spotify app, and my peripheral was my speaker. I also gave you a digital image, which was the library system. And in the library system, I pointed out that the hardware was the desktop computer, the software was the Orbit software, which you're used to using, the peripheral was the hand scanner. I also pointed out the input. The input is the hand scanner. That's how we're inputting information into the program. The output is what's showing on the screen to show me that you have borrowed a book or that you have returned a book. I made 2 more example posters of digital systems this week. My computer-generated one is a digital system we use to print our photos. My laptop is my hardware, laptop or tablet in this case. My software is the photo app or application software that allows me to bring the photos onto my desktop or show them on my desktop. And my peripheral is my printer. I can physically touch it, it's cool, and I want it to do a specific job, but I don't need it for my laptop or computer to run. My input is the touchpad and the keyboard. That's how I'm controlling the image and resizing the image. My output is when I actually print out the physical photo. My second example of a digital system, I have done a hand-drawn poster of the solar panel system that sits on my house. The sun's rays beat down on the solar panels, and the solar panels sit on the roof of my house. The solar panels are all linked together, and they're linked by electrical cable down to the inverter that sits inside my garage. The inverter is also on the electrical circuit that powers my house for lights, computers, etc. The inverter is also electrically cabled to the electricity panel and the meter that sits outside my house. And that electricity cable and meter is linked to the southeast corner electrical grid system. So my inverter takes what's basically 12 volt and converts it to 240 volt to put it back onto the electrical grid. Was the algorithm easy to create? Does every step matter? My answer is no, it was not easy to complete. I take so many things for granted. Sometimes I just do things out of habit and don't even realize what I'm doing. I had to actually sit at my desk and pretend to go through the steps of brushing my teeth to try and complete this task. I went back several times because each time I went through it, I found I'd made a mistake. I'd missed out on something. So my answer is yes, every step matters. Every step, and I take so much for granted. I had to brush my teeth with my right hand because I can't do it with my left hand. Remembering to open my mouth, remembering to close my mouth. At one stage, I walked away and I hadn't put my toothbrush down. So when I came back, I realized that I would be walking around all day with my toothbrush in my hand. So yes, every step matters.